Alright guys, I'm here with Jeff Hefe, Young Rob, and this is My Two Cents. Today we have a special guest, Mr. Nat, aka Natstradamusss.
Hello guys, how are you? Glad to be on the show finally.
It's good to have you, it's good to have you.
Thanks guys, this is awesome, this is so much fun.
We're glad you're here, honestly.
Super glad.
Gotcha.
So you've been doing a lot of big things, I've been seeing you dropping like a poem like almost every week or something like that, to be honest, and they're amazing. Tell us about your start, how you really started with poetry and everything.
Alright, well, I guess it goes back to, like I was telling you earlier, my brothers were rappers when I was about 8 and they were 16, 17. So I kind of grew up in a hip-hop based home, hip-hop influenced home, I should say. I grew up on Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, AZ, Eminem, all the good people, But we'll get into more of that later. It wasn't until we moved to Florida when I was 12 that I was like, alright, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of my life, whatever. 13, I started writing poems. It was really a lot of whack shit, honestly. I hated all my shit back then, but I thought it was like now I hate it, but back then I was like, oh, this shit's kind of good, this is kind of cool, I can do this shit too, But it wasn't until, I was writing from 14 up until now. It wasn't I would write all the time, but it was forced rhyme shit. It was bad. It was bad stuff. I was a kid. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So whatever. But then it wasn't until 2013 that I took a creative writing workshop class at Valencia here in Osceola campus, and the professor wrote something that I wrote about personifying hip hop and how people were beating her up and treating her bad and not respecting her the way they should have. And so he was like, Nat, this stuff is really good. You should perform it at the open mic next month. And I was like, open mic? Hell no. Funny. Good, no. Not. Right? Crazy. So I did it, but I did a different piece. I had performed a really personal piece about my brother overcoming alcoholism after years of being a drinker. And that poem had everyone in the room in tears. Crazy thing about that poem is that I wrote it 5 minutes before leaving my house that day. I didn't memorize it right off the paper. I have the video on Facebook, and I think it's on my YouTube also. I'll send it to you guys later. But I'm crying about the whole piece, and people were just like, oh my god. I was like, this is horrible. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but okay. And then after that, I was like, maybe I should do something with this on Instagram. Because I was also writing a short story about that, around the same time. So I was doing, so I came up with the name Reddit to get hip hop. Did I know shit was gonna take off the way it did? Hell no. But it did, and it's crazy. Then after that, I was doing open mics at Valencia every single month, doing different things. And then I was asked to be part of this open mic for a fundraiser for a mentoring center, YVSC. YVSC ended up sponsoring. I'm just gonna fast forward because I don't want to bore you with the details. But YVSC ended up sponsoring the sesh that started in 2014. The thing with the sesh was back then it was ran by this girl named Veronica who was in the army. She moved to Boston to pursue her career out there. She was like, Nat, I need you to tell me something. I'm gonna start this open mic, and I'm gonna need you to tell me yes. Because if you tell me no, we're not doing this. I need you to tell me yes. And I was like, all right, fuck it, whatever, we'll do it. Months later, we're at this open mic called the Sesh Orlando at Thought Streetside, go across the street from the hospital. I used to, and it was every month. It was once a month. It was, I would go and there was crowds. These motherfuckers probably in that crowd. I didn't even know. It's crazy. It grew so much within the years that it has been going. Different venues and different stuff. But Red District started 4 years ago, and I worked with a lot of local artists. I worked with bloggers. I even performed in New York 2 years ago in Brooklyn. That was awesome. So all of that brought me here with these guys. It's crazy.
Definitely. It's amazing things you've been doing, honestly. I just wanted to know, who are some of your influences as far as from poetry standpoint? I know I used to read poetry a lot, and I used to write a little bit when I was younger.
You got poems?
Chill, son, chill.
Oh really? I love reading.
I like Shel Silverstein, of course. Edgar Allan Poe, of course.
You gonna go to the sesh?
Yeah, boom.
Yeah, you gonna read that poem?
You bugging out? What's it called?
Yes.
I'm here to see people. I'm gonna be there.
We're getting on there.
You performing?
Chill.
We'll get you out
Guys,
there.
disclaimer, I'm not performing. what's it called? Yeah, so like, who are some of your like favorite poets that really influence you?
Right now, honestly, Sarah Kay, Rudy Francisco, y'all remember that show on TV, Washington Heights? It was like the Dominican American Jersey Shore.
I did see that.
No,
Washington Heights is full of Dominicans, by the way.
I know. There was one poet on there. This one girl, her name is Frankie, or on Instagram she's Wonder Frankie. She's one of my influences, or she was one of my influences. But right now, honestly, Sarah Kay and Rudy Francisco are like two heavy people that I listen to all the time to be able to write. But I mean, honestly, like my influence in poetry isn't even poets themselves. It's like it's more. I listen to like a lot of Jay, a lot of Joel, a lot of IE to be able to write. But yeah.
I can see that people can listen, like listening to your poems could definitely see that, because even when you were talking about the poem where you're personifying hip hop and saying how they ruined it, that gave me a flashback to the Common song "I Used to Love Her." You know what I'm saying? He's basically talking about how he fell in love with hip hop and stuff like that, and it's more like personifies it, makes it like as a woman, and like a lot of people can't do that.
DJ Khaled also got a song called Hip Hop on the album. I think it's a song with Nas and Scarface.
I think
doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So when you said that, it made me think about that song, because it was them two over a premiere beat.
Oh.
And just talking about hip hop and stuff, and the references and stuff. So that was pretty cool.
Also, Sarah, I know you said Sarah Kay is one of your influences. Back in about 2013, J. Cole had a song with Drake called Jodeci Freestyle, basically. In the song, he says, "I paint pictures and flip words, and nigga would have thought Def Poetry back." Back then, I didn't know what Def Poetry was, so when I heard that, I was like, "What is that?" Googled it. Love Def Poetry. You guys should bring it back, please. It's amazing.
Put me on the show.
Definitely put her on the show. She's great. But the reason I mentioned Def Poetry is Sarah Kay is on there. She has a poem talking about hands.
Yes.
And it's great. It's amazing. I listened to it. I want to say yesterday or the day before.
Yes.
Amazing poem.
I love her. I have one of her books called No Matter the Wreckage, and that book got me through a lot. There's a poem in that book, and she has a TED Talk on. It's called Point B. Basically a message to her future daughter, talking about like, I don't want you to call me mom. I want you to call me Point B, because no matter where you start, you're gonna end up right here with me. It's a beautiful poem, and I honestly recommend all of you to go listen to it. Sarah Kay, Point B, or to my future daughter, some shit on TED Talk. Just go listen to it now.
So moving on towards women, I know you have a feminist movement. People don't really know about it, but say how it started by your red lipstick that you have on right now.
Okay, well, obviously, like you mentioned with the red lipstick and hip hop thing, I just felt like us women don't get the same credit, the same respect that men do when it comes to hip hop and poetry and the local scene. I mean, much love to everyone out there who's, all the women out there who's doing their thing, poets, singers, rappers, models, all of y'all, just, big ups to you guys. But red lipstick and hip hop was kind of like for the women, like y'all got your beats and your songs and your beards and your hats, whatever. Like red lipstick and hip hop was like kind of like something for us, you know what I mean? Like it started off with literally just a name. Like it was just my Instagram name for the stories and the poems and my Tumblr name. Like that was like it. Like what are the two things I can combine that kind of sound dope? Red lipstick and hip hop. I made t-shirts. I made logos out of it. It was kind of like a thing that it's still kind of growing. I feel like people haven't caught on to it yet, and I'm waiting for people to be like, oh shit. But it's crazy because I'll go anywhere now and people go, that's that red lipstick and hip hop. I'm like, it's not, alright? It's not. Or not.
That's how I realized it was you. Like I turned around, you had red lipstick on. I was like, oh shoot.
I was at that at that backbooth show, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I was like,
I've seen that before, Valencia. You know what I'm saying? It's not Natstradamusss,
It's crazy. Today I was like, I feel like I've seen him before. Like you came up to me one day at school. You were like, I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
I think I was either working there
at that point, or I was still a student there, but I remember seeing him.
I think you were a student there, too.
Yeah.
You were walking the whole way there.
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? What are you talking to me? But I was like, now I'm like, oh, got it, all right.
Yeah.
You know,
It's crazy how the world works. It's definitely crazy.
It is. But yeah, I mean, that whole, it's still kind of growing, but I mean, honestly, love to people that recognize the movement and that recognize me. I go out without my makeup on, people are like, oh, nah, sorry, you good? And I'm like, yo, can I chill for these? Like, I'm just trying
I know you didn't like makeup at first until your friend did it for you.
Yeah. Damn,
That's
y'all really think
if I was like full no wild and had red lipstick ready for you, there's no.
Yo, like they really did their research on me today. Yeah, I was total like, no, I'm gonna use the natural look, I don't care. But then one day my friend did my makeup, I think it was before my birthday a couple years back, before the whole thing started. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. That's kind of where I grew the love for the red lipstick. And then now when I go out, if I don't have it on, people are like, oh, not good? I'm like, can I chill? Like, can I throw a hat on right quick? Can I hide? Damn, my bad. But it's an image, and it's just something that, you know, when I have my own daughters and when my nieces grow up, I want them to realize that, yo, like, she's really doing something out here positive. Because I feel like, you know, with nowadays, like, these women are all out here wearing whatever you want to wear, but like, respect yourself. You know what I mean? Like, we got too many Nickies, we got too many Iggy's out here. You know what I mean? We need more Lauryn Hills. We need more. And the thing is, like, you know, I'm about to quote IE again, but be you. But like, you know, at the same time, like, give people something to respect if you're screaming for respect.
If it don't touch your spirit, you don't want to hear it.
Holy motherfucking doing that ass. Hell yeah, exactly.
That had to come. I was listening to it.
And again, you see, here's the thing with that. If y'all see me at shows, I'm sure y'all remember the So Dope show. I don't know, because it was dark that day, but like, half those artists up there, I was just kind of there like, oh my God, why am I here? Like, why? Like, this is I wasn't there for that. We ain't gonna talk about that. But you know, it was just like, why am I here? Like, I mean, I love local artists. We all do such a great job in doing what we do, but like, there's certain music I just won't vibe with. If it doesn't touch me, if it doesn't make me want to come home and write 70,000 poems, I don't want to listen to it again.
Right.
And there are very few local artists in this city who make me feel that. But I don't really remember how the motherfucker that was on stage that day besides Marcellus and Marco.
Right.
Actually, no, there was one more, but
Right.
Yeah. But it was just like, alright, cool. Like, I'm just that kind of person.
We gotta wrap this up. Nat, it's been a pleasure having you.
Of course.
And we'll see you guys next time on My 2 Cents.
Boom, boom, bullet!